What up, everybody? This is Jason, and I got this care package completely unsolicited by HenryS, a long friend and a good friend of the channel. Back when I was way more active and involved with the sports card community, mostly baseball cards, wrestling cards, I guess, too. Henry was like always there, and he continues to be with my videos when I do them sporadically about, physical media. Well, he sent me this care package out of the blue, and it's all physical media stuff. I had no idea it was coming. I received this box like into last week, and it was just like sitting on my doorstep, and I'm like, what is this box? I didn't order anything. I thought maybe it was Neighbors. It wasn't. As soon as I saw the name, I was like, oh, here we go. So I haven't really looked at it. I just opened it enough, and it took out the stuffing to kind of, get easy access to it. So the first up is Absolutely Mad. There you go. And this is a DVD-ROM, every issue of Mad Magazine on one DVD-ROM, over 600 issues. So there you go. For every tissue, you have an issue right here. So the most comprehensive Mad Magazine collection in the history of the universe. And I'm always down for a good time and a good laugh. So there you go. I don't know much about it, to be honest, but I will definitely check it out at some point. And then now moving on to just what I see here, kind of reach in. Let's start with this one. First is a DVD. It's Japanimation Metropolis and Memories by Osamu Tezuka. Okay. And then the other director was Katsuhiro Otomo. So there you go. I have not seen either one of these movies. Whoa. It's a 2-disc set, apparently. So there you have that. So, some of you all might know, I used to live in Japan. And, of course, Henry knows that. So, for me, animation or Japanese animation, anime, manga, it's kind of a hit and miss. Sometimes I can watch it and enjoy it. Sometimes, it depends on what it is. This is not my cup of tea. Cup of ocha, mugicha, whatever you're into, but I will definitely give it a spin, Henry. So thank you for that. I'm not for sure if this is newer stuff, or it was a DVD, so it could have been much older. It was released in 2019. The DVD was. The movies, it says 2001, so it's what now, 20 years old? So 21 years old. So Metropolis and Memories. We'll give that a view. Next up is Batman, Shadows of Gotham, 13 episodes on 2 discs. So there you go, 2 discs. So, as most people know, the DC universe in cartoon form is much better than the live action. And I don't think I've seen this. I don't think I've seen these shows. So, I'll give it a spin. I'm not for sure what to expect. It looks like it's almost computer generated more than cartoon animation. It looks like it's more like CGI built in a computer. So I'm not for sure. All new adventures against vicious villains. It kind of looks like on the back like was it a Lego kind of thing, like was it Ninjago type stuff? It kind of looks like a Ninjago look, so I'm not for sure. But again, I'll give it a whirl. Let's see here. Here's one with a slipcase. Glow in the Dark series, Scared Shrekless. Oh, look at that. With the slip. Wah, wah, wah. So again, Shrek here, another animation type thing. And it's a Halloween, so again, Henry knows I'm a big horror movie fan, a horror movie collector. I collect all things horror. So it says here it has Michael Jackson's Thriller and a Shrek'd out parody of Michael Jackson's Thriller. So it may be worth it just to see what that looks like. I've never heard of this. I've never seen it. Don't know anything about it. But knowing that I just now looked at that, I had no idea this was even a thing. So it includes Michael Jackson's Thriller. And if you look on the back, they all are doing the Thriller dance. So maybe worth checking out. Oh, there's a card in here. What is it? Depot Bay, Oregon. Dear, let's see here. Dear House of Pain. Let's see. Invictus House. some DVDs and Blu-rays I cannot get. I cannot get to or already have watched. Enjoy, HenryS. Awesome, Henry. Thank you so much. Henry is from the great state of Oregon, not to be confused with Oregon. But thank you, Depot Bay, Oregon. Now I don't know if that's pronounced Depot or it has to be, right. Depoe, Depot. I'm not for sure, but yes, I did not even know this was in here. So thank you, Henry. I'll actually put that to the side. All right, let's take a look here. What is next? Ooh, some sealed stuff. All right, the next one is Survivor, starring, let's see who, Mia Jovovich, Pierce Brosnan, Dylan McDermott, Angela Bassett, and Robert Forster. This must be one of Robert Forster's last movies because he had to pass not too long after this. James McTeague, that sounds like the director, that sounds familiar. James Darcy's in this as well. So, I haven't seen this one either, but you know, I like all these actors, individual stuff. So you have, you know, what is this, Alice from the Resident Evil movies. You have here James Bond, of course. Dylan McDermott, which was, you know, he's in tons of stuff, but American Horror Story. Robert Forster, you know, tons of stuff from the 70s, 80s. A lot of grindhouse and exploitation films. Wasn't he an alligator also? And like Jackie Brown. Angela Bassett, again, another actress. I think she was in American Horror Story too, now that I think about it, right? So, anyways. So, there's Survivor. I'm a survivor! Alright, next up. Let's see. I'll do the Blu-rays at the end. So, let's see here. We have a sealed 17 horror movie classics. 21 hours of fun. So, this is one of those... Echo Bridge, Mill Creek does the same thing. They just take a bunch of public domain movies and just like recreate a new packaging for them essentially and re-release them. And they do that what feels like a half a dozen times a year. So you have the Ape on here, Wasp Woman, Werewolf in a girl's dormitory. That one sounds promising. The She Beast, the Killer Shrews. I love Killer Shrews. Snow Beast. Moon of the Wolf, Night Train to Terror, The Devil's Nightmare, Bride of the Gorilla, She-Demons, Attack of the Giant Leeches, Black Dragons, The Devil's Partner, Night of the Blood Beast, and Monstrosity. And I think there's one more, but there's a sticker back here. I can't make it out. So I know for sure Werewolf in the Girls' Dormitory definitely has my interest. So again, it's sealed, never been opened, so I will definitely be, you know, the Halloween season's upon us. So I will be giving that one a view here shortly. Next up is The Killing Fields, which is the old snapper case, which I love, the old snap case. And this is, let's see, is there somebody in here? Craig T. Nelson, John Malkovich. So boom, John Malkovich. There's John Malkovich right there, yep. And Craig T. Nelson. Oh, Coach. So I want to see that one. It looks like it's probably Vietnam. Or like, I bet that's probably Vietnam. And Pompeii. This is in Cambodia. So this must have been during that time. So yeah, I'll definitely want to check that out. 9 action movies starring O.J. Simpson and Fred Williamson. Now I've met Fred Williamson years ago, and it's so funny. I have a picture that I took of him holding my son Luca. My son was probably 3 or 4 maybe at the time. And Fred Williamson is holding him up. It's just so awesome. I love that picture so much because it's just, I couldn't believe it. He just picked him up. Like Luca was just standing there. He did a like a car show or some like flea market show. He came and did a signing or something. I couldn't believe it. I was like, the blaxploitation actor Fred Williamson from, you know, tons of movies from back in the day. Also with some titles I can't say any, not modern day time without getting canceled, but also the movie, you know, From Dusk Till Dawn. But anyways, NFL star as well. He did that. Hardly nobody was there. I don't know if people just didn't know he was there, or maybe his time in the sun had passed. But we walked right up, no problem. I spoke with him for a good 10 minutes. He was super nice. And he picked up my son in the picture. I was just going to try to get a picture of just me and him. And then he goes, "You want your son in it?" And I was like, "Oh, you don't mind?" And I was going to pick him up. He's like, "No, I'll get him." He just picks him up. There's a picture of Luca just like, So, anyways, you have the Jackie Robinson story, Mean Gene Burrows, The Glove, Black Fist, The Klansman, Stigma, The Baron, Delta Force, Commando, and Deadly Drifter. So most of these are, I believe, blaxploitation, exploitation, grindhouse films based on the other people in these movies. Like I see Robert Burrs in some of them, John Saxon, Fred Williamson, of course. Who else? OJ, Lee Marvin, Cameron Mitchell. So there's a whole bunch of people that are really famous for their B-movie stuff. So I will definitely be watching this thing. Henry, this one is that the 70 horror classics so far are some of the big boys. Big boy. All right, so let's we got some Blu-rays next. Next up is Game Night, starring Jason Bateman and Rachel McAdams. Yes, I'm not for sure what this is about, but it's rated R, so it has to be pretty risque. I don't see anybody else in it. Michael C. Hall's in here as well. Kyle Chandler. So those are some names that I would recognize. So we'll give that a shot. I mean, with comedies, it's a hit and miss nowadays, as you all know. Some comedies can be hilarious because they take some chances. Other times, that's ridiculous PC woke stuff. So next up, I've never seen this, another animation. Big Fish and Begonia. Begonia, it looks like it's kind of like a Chinese thing here. I'm not for sure. It says, from an ancient Chinese legend comes an exciting tale of myth and magic. So there you go. Don't know anything about it. Let's see who the voice actors are, if I can recognize. They have any, American actors that are doing the voice. They do not. It just says all Chinese people's names, so not for sure. Next one is The Resurrection of Gavin Stone. And this catches my eye for the pure fact that apparently the Heartbreak Kid is in this movie, Shawn Michaels. I was like, hold on, wait, is that HBK? And yes, it is. So Shawn Michaels, a.k.a. the Heartbreak Kid right there, WWEF legend, is in this movie. So I am going to watch this purely for that. And this movie might suck something awful, but it is going to get watched. Next up is another movie I have heard about but don't know anything about. But just for the fact that, what is her first name? I always forget. What is it? Sofia Vergara, and Reese Witherspoon's in this. Sofia Vergara. Sorry, I know I'm mispronouncing her name. Sorry. It's so smoking hot. I mean, dude, I could watch her read a phone book. But she's in this. It's obviously some sort of comedy. John Carroll Lynch is in here, which he plays, I think, Twisty, right? American Horror Story. Let's see. That's the only other name I recognize. It's directed by Annie Fletcher, so I don't know her. But this is some sort of buddy comedy on the road, it said. Armed and sort of dangerous. So, and the last one is Amy Adams, Jeremy Renner, and Forrest Whitaker in Arrival. So I've heard lots of things about this movie. I know a lot of people when this first came out, like 4 or 5, whatever years ago, really put this over as one of the best sci-fi movies they had ever seen, or maybe one of the best ones they had ever seen for that year. So I know it's really had a lot of big push as saying this is something special. So I will definitely check it out. Again, this is a movie I'd never seen. So literally, he sent me everything he sent me. Shockingly, I don't think I've seen or I wanted to see. So this is great. So thank you very much there. So guys, real quick from Henry. Henry has a YouTube channel. It's HenryS. You can check it out. I'll try to remember to put the link at the bottom for his channel. But this was great, Henry. This was a very much a smattering, a cornucopia, if you will, of movies. So thank you very much. This was great. I am thrilled to have this. This one right here for sure. I'm so super excited. So guys, check out Henry's channel. He does a little bit of everything. He does autographs. He does physical media. He does music. He does postcards, stamps. I mean, the whole thing. So it's a lot of stuff in there. So until next time, guys, I greatly appreciate you all watching. Let me know what you think about the Blu-rays and DVDs. And until next time, peace.